Hey, folks, welcome to another Joe and Danny show. It's October the 3rd. I can't believe it already. October 3rd, 2025. And Danny, how are you?
Good morning, Joe. Good morning, James. I'm okay. How are you,
Yeah,
Joe?
James Farley. Hello, James. You okay? We were having problems before we went on live again with Danny. Danny occasionally freezing, so if he freezes up a little bit, we'll deal with it. And sometimes he stays good for a while. Danny's got to get a new service or a new outside thing, or just move altogether would be even better if he'd move. That would be good. But here we are, Danny. I got to tell you, yesterday I went out. My
Well,
car said it was
it was
59
fucked
degrees
up.
yesterday, and I was actually pretty damn cold, and I had to put a jacket on. I'm a summer man. I love the summer. I don't even like. Here I am thinking I might have wanted to move one day to Maine. Well, I'm not going to be moving to Maine when I'm already freezing my onions off, or uncomfortable, I should say, with 59 degrees. Now I'm talking here, he's frozen. Like, speaking of freezing, he's frozen. We're not even on 2 minutes and already there's problems. So hopefully he will snap back. If not, I'll do this alone. But it is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. And Danny's got some issues here. So I'm just going to drink my tea while I wait for some comments. Oh, Danny went off. Maybe he'll come back. Here we go. How sweet it is. That's an old saying that I make from Jackie Gleason. Jackie Gleason uses that saying, how sweet it is. And this is not sweet. I basically have black tea in here. And I put this time, I put some milk in here. So I've got black tea and milk. And it's not sweet. It doesn't taste sweet at all, as a matter of fact. We got a lot of things to talk about. Danny and I, if he comes back. If not, I'll talk about him best I can. Um, we could use help from other people in the comments. So I'm going to wait for that. Danny, if you can hear me, just keep trying to come back. That's all I could say. If you want to use the link again, try to come back. You could do that. So there's a lot of topics. I mean, there's things I could discuss, but I'd rather wait till Danny, if he comes back, so that we can talk about it. You know, All right. So, what's going on, folks? What's on everybody's so-called minds? Please subscribe to this channel. We've only got 8 people here right now watching, but as it grows, I'm trying to get up to. I need 1,000 subs. Let's face it, and I do it the natural way. I do not buy subscribers. No way, Jose. That's, to me. There's no joy in artificial subscribers. You want to know that you have earned them and that people want to subscribe to you. So I'm sure most people watching me right now are subscribed. If not, it would help. Okay, let's go. Okay, so Mystery Train says Paul McCartney, mind you, for those who don't know, because this is another channel, but it's okay. We can talk about Beatles stuff too here. Paul didn't sound so good singing Help. Voice was weak. Yes, it was. A lot of people don't want to acknowledge that. It's true. His voice was very warbly, and he couldn't even sing basic words like the word down. Help me if you can, I'm feeling down, and I do appreciate you being around, down and round, now. Am I making fun of Paul? That's not my goal, even though that's what it comes across as. I'm just trying to be honest about it. That's as honest as I can be. Now, the thing with Danny here is, too, Danny, if you're watching me, I don't have my phone here. It's in the other room. That's how we communicate with texts. So, I mean, I can go, I might have to grab my phone to see if Danny's trying to communicate with me. So, this puts a damper on it, of course, but maybe I will go and get the phone just in case Danny's trying to communicate. So just hang on there. I'll be back in like less than a minute. Okay, I'm back. Was that less than a minute? I don't know. Anyway, I don't see a message from Danny yet. Let me just double check. Isn't this nice? This is the kind of show we want here. Danny getting frozen on his end with the internet, getting kicked off. Me coming on here trying to contact him. Isn't this great? The beauty of live stuff. So live streaming, I should say. That's the beauty of it. Okay. Hello there. Hope all is good where you are. Hello, 50 Thunderer. Thank you for joining us. You know, I'm surprised it's such a paltry amount of people here, considering I'm trying to advertise it on my other station too, Mean Mr. Mayo. You know, I think a lot of people, I really believe, over at my main channel, Mean Mr. Mayo, still don't know that I do this every Friday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern with Danny. So I don't know if suddenly his service just went dead. You know, what's funny is, you know, I don't get it. You know, he's on here in the background. We're talking in the background before we go live, and his internet or his connection, whatever it is okay. I mean, it was a little wonky to a point, but it's not that bad. As soon as we go live and hit the live button, then it freezes. So anyway, okay, I saw one YouTube video of Paul singing Help. Didn't think it was too bad. He can still get up there and play. Great to see. Yeah, I know he's not immobile. Thank God. He's not paralyzed. Thank God. He can get up there physically, but doesn't sound good. I think. I don't know why, you know, that's an issue with some people. It's like, you know, pretty soon you'll get the obligatory comment. He's 83. What do you expect? He's not 20 anymore. It's like, yeah. Yes, we know why. We know why Paul sounds like that. Yes, we know. Of course, that's why. Although we could argue that other 83-year-olds still sound better. You know, I mean, whatever. You know, I'm a fan. I'm a big fan. I just like to call it like I hear it or see it. That's it. You know, I'm under no contract to try to just be a liar, you know. So anyway, why did he wait 60 years to sing Help again? Well, I don't know if he's thinking about it, that this is the 60th anniversary. You know, this year is the 60th anniversary of Help. And as I say, beneath it all, I enjoy the tribute. You know, I enjoy the fact that he is trying to do an actual tribute, you know, to John maybe, or to the Beatles. You know, I get that, you know. It's not that I don't, it's lost on me or anything, you know. Oh, Danny's back. Let's see how we do. Trying something else, maybe? Danny, what's going on? Trying better?
Yeah.
Did you try anything different?
Ain't gonna last. Nah, ain't gonna last. The
maybe put a reminder. Hi, Penny Lane, by the way. Maybe put a reminder up on your other channel that you're live on this channel. Well, that's good, but that takes a little, you know, I mean, I'm live here now, right? Well, maybe I should have did a little video.
Good morning, everybody.
I could do a video. Danny can keep it going. I could put up like a very short 30-second video telling everybody, come on over. You know.
Can you hear me, Joe?
Yeah, I can hear you. Already, you realize I'm agitated already. I'm handling it well. Am I not, folks? Handling it well. Have to handle it well. We'll get into that. Since Paul has started to sing a movie soundtrack songs, you think he'll sing Magical Mystery Tour? He's done Magical Mystery Tour 1,000 times, so it's not like it's a new thing. I personally think that Magical Mystery Tour and Hello Goodbye, those two songs, are really the best openers he's ever done. I think Magical Mystery Tour is fantastic to open with. Everybody feels like they're getting ready for the big show, the big tour. Join us, you know. It's great. And Hello Goodbye is hello, hello. He's saying hello to everybody. Those are the best two openers, I think. So there you go.
Good morning, Penny Lane. How are you? Good morning, everybody.
So I don't know if I really want. I could quickly say hi, everybody. Here I am, Danny and I are live. Join us and put it up. And it's gonna take. It takes a little effort. So the hell with it. It is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. So, all right. So anyway, how do you feel about the weather? You notice the weather changed, Danny?
Yeah, it's nice. Nice
You
and
like
crisp. Nice and cool. No sweating. I
it?
could
Here you
breathe.
go. This is what's known as shtick.
No,
Because
no, it's true.
you told me yesterday you didn't like it.
No. That's bullshit. You must have been talking to somebody else. Nah, I like it.
All right, whatever. I hate it. As I was saying, when you were freezing, get it, freezing. So
Yeah.
cold that your computer's freezing. Um,
I'm telling you, give me a lot of trouble. You know, this is what I do. I get the phone bill, I pay it, and then I throw it out because the next month it tells you on the top, "Thank you." That's for last month, so I don't have to keep all the phone bills. I threw them all away, and there's a 4 number code on there I need to tell them when I call them, and I don't have it. So I'm going to try anyway today without it. I say I don't have my phone bill, and I have to get a service guy out here because the problem is outside, not inside.
well, you've been saying that for at least 2 or 3
Through
weeks.
this. You know how many times I've been through this because not too many people have Frontier communication anymore. They have Spectrum or somebody else. The lines are very old. They don't want to put new lines because it's not profitable for them to do that. So every once in a while, at the box, you get a corroded wire. Maybe a squirrel made a nest in the
Give it another
junction box.
location.
And I got to suffer. You know what I mean? I don't get
Yeah, I
fired.
got to suffer. I got to suffer.
Yeah, I'm gonna get fired from the show, so I gotta be very careful.
Hello, Dino.
Good morning, Dino.
Yeah. Oh, the birds flying south. Oh, that's wonderful. We don't get to see pretty little birds flying around going cheep, 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 cheep. We don't hear any birds chirping. Come
Hey,
on, man.
James,
I
they
hate
don't
that.
fly. James, they don't fly south till like November. I don't know where you live,
Yeah, and then
but
I
we.
get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I get up and it's dark. You got to stumble around. I like when the sun is coming up around 6.
Well, you can always turn the light on. You know what I mean? Unless you can't afford the electric bill.
Oh yeah, we got to turn the clocks back. All right, so yeah, that's another thing that sucks about it. Listen, Danny. So what are we going to talk about here? What we got lots of topics, right?
Yeah, last week I forgot to tell people about Robin. She went into the hospital. Uh, she went in because she couldn't go to the bathroom for like 3 weeks. And they had to flush her out and stuff like that, And I tell you what, they kept her. They kept her overnight and stuff like that. So it must be serious enough because otherwise the insurance company they don't want you in the hospital. They want to get you out as soon as possible because it's like $6,000-7,000 a day to be in a hospital, you know. But they kept her and she got a combination of Crohn's and colitis. Just having Crohn's is enough because it's a very complicated disease. It's inflammation of the intestines. She can't eat anything with seeds, tomatoes, grapes, anything that has a seed, zucchini. She has to take all the seeds out because those seeds can cause a lot of problems. And there's no
Yeah.
cure. There's no cure for Crohn's disease. Uh, it can get bad enough where you have to cut part of your intestines out. But so she's more sicker than I am, and she's 13 years younger than me. So you
Oh
figure.
well, I don't know if she's sicker than you are. That's for sure.
And I've been hearing Joe's complain about his neck. And I was thinking, when you told me about spaces and then the vertebrae, there's a lack of space. You might need injections there because you're getting disc rubbing on disc, and that's what's causing your pain.
I don't know. Well, let's talk about it. You're talking about things that we haven't really explained yet to anybody. So let me do that. All right. So anyway, yesterday, here's just a quick synopsis here. For the last 2 months, I've had problems with my neck, mostly the right side, and a lot of times it goes up to the corner of my forehead pain, like I have a little ache there. Anyway, and it's never really excruciating or anything, But so much to say. Like I can't take an anti-inflammatory. I can't take ibuprofen or anything. I'm like I can't take ibuprofen off. I have to take Tylenol. Tylenol doesn't do nothing. But even in the 2 months that I've been dealing with this, I have not had to. Oh my God! Oh, my head's killing me. Luckily, it's a mild thing, and it's just annoying because it's there sometimes. So, yeah.
Joe, you should bring up your shoulder problems to your doctor, even though your shoulder's not bothering you on your left side, right?
Well, yeah. I know there's a lot to cover, but basically, when I went to the doctor, I went to an orthopedic doctor. He took an X-ray, saw my neck. He told me, first of all, that there's arthritis in there, but he said that, yeah, of course we knew that. I could hear it. But the thing is, that Dan, I told you, everybody knows. You didn't tell me. You told me everybody knows it. But anyway,
I don't get any credit. You know what I mean? I told him it's arthritis.
You created arthritis. You invented it. Anyway, so the bottom line is, so a lot of people here I know probably don't care about this stuff, but that's what this channel is a lot. It's lifestyle, living life. So anyway, then he saw the vertebrae or whatever, and he's telling me the space in all in the. I don't know if I should have asked him, was that bad? It's supposed to be tight, closer together. The thing you said was, what did you say about the shot to make them?
Cortisone. I'll give you a cortisone shot.
Yeah, because why?
Because you're getting bone on bone.
Yeah, but the thing I don't understand is if they're spaced apart instead of being together, it's not bone on bone if they're spaced.
Well, you told me there's vertebrae that you have spaced, and then you have vertebrae that don't have.
So as it gets closer to the bottom, they get more narrow.
Yeah. So it's going to be a combination of physical therapy and maybe down the road cortisone shots. You need a neurologist for that.
Problem. See how it goes right now. So he didn't give it a name. I looked it up. You can look up anything on Google, and spinal stenosis kind of fits what I'm experiencing. But I don't know if that's what it is. He didn't say that. But so we're going to start with physical therapy next week. I have to go in for just an evaluation next Thursday. That's 6 days away. Anyway.
Hey, but where are you?
But what's happening is, I'm going to give you some examples here. I also said, because I had been sleeping on a damn recliner couch for 3 years. I said, I think it's that. And I told him I was a mailman, retired. And he said, I think it's more being a mailman. I think it's more, because I used to carry a mail satchel on this is call it my good side. And it's this side that hurts. I carried it on here. But I think if you carry it on here, you're bent the other way, you feel it here. Now, also, I thought, Danny, we talk about looking down at your phone, right? When I was delivering mail, I'd be like this all day.
Yep.
You're walking around for 30 years like that with this side.
Yeah.
He thinks it's being a man. I'll sue your ass, U.S. Postal Service. I want some compensation for this, you fuck. So here I am. I don't have to deal with that place anymore. But it's still haunting my nightmares. Every now and then I have a dream about working there. And I got to feel pain every day of my retirement because of this place.
Yo, call Jacoby Myers. It's about time.
And I think he can. Has it been 3 years?
Yeah, you should sue the Postal Service. You know what I mean?
Yeah, why not? Give it a shot.
Yeah, my stamps might go up, but that's okay. I'll donate some money to you.
Well, yesterday morning, here's a beautiful. I'll get off this in a minute because I want to get through it. But here's what's interesting that I picked up on, folks. Let's say yesterday morning, I get up 6 o'clock, and it's always a question of how do I feel today with the neck and the head? Seems all right. It was all right. Right now, it's all right. It's not bad. No, good. So then I go on a computer yesterday morning, and I had I was making a thumbnail, and I was making artwork. And so as I'm doing a computer on the laptop here, I'm leaning up forward. I got my mouse. I'm getting intense, I'm into it, and I'm leaning forward. All of a sudden, zing. It was the biggest pain. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
whenever I come on the computer, I start feeling it, and I think like I really should be back like this, but I'm not going to sit back like this. I'm leaning forward like this, and leaning forward is looking down sometimes, or leaning forward, or straightening your neck causes this to get worse.
What have I been telling you, Joe, all this time, and you just laugh it off? I've been telling you. I see it on TV. There's a syndrome that I don't know what they call it. About a lot of people having trouble with their neck because
I've told you this. Yes.
Yeah, you get people carpal tunnel from using the keyboard a lot. Carpal tunnel, neck, shoulder problems. Because we're not meant to. When I head down like that for 6 hours, 5 hours, we're not meant to be like that. But I've been telling you, so you're gonna have to end your channel. You know what I mean? End the channel.
Hope Robin gets better soon. Penny Lane says.
Oh, Penny Lane. Yeah, she thanks you.
Good morning.
Joe, you going back?
Let's say hello to Bill. Hello, Bill. If I forgot to say hello, sorry. Hello, Eric.
Hope from Manchester, home of Oasis. Wonderful.
Hello, Breege, or should I say hello, Marty? What's going on?
Hello, Marty.
Thanks. I'm glad you appreciate the help debate. I know we don't always agree on things, but we could talk about it. There is a traction device that you hang over your door with a bag of water that stretches your neck. Can I add something else to? Yeah, so the guy thinks it's mostly. He doesn't think it. He who knows? He's just his opinion. He thinks that it's mostly the years I did it or worked at the post office, not so much me sleeping on on a recliner and laying on a pillow on the couch for 3 years. I think that exacerbated the problem.
So you can rule out aneurysm, glioblastoma, which is
not yet.
You don't have
no. Because what we have to do first is he even said we're gonna do physical therapy first. I'm superstitious about that, or suspicious about it. We'll see. I don't know what the word is. Doubtful about it. We'll see if it works. And then if that doesn't do anything, then we'll look into MRIs and things he said after that. So we're gonna see. But it's not excruciating or anything. No. It's just annoying. It's a little annoying.
Make sure you request a woman, we call it therapist, because you'll feel a lot better when a woman's working on you.
I might say a little lower, please. I don't know.
Oh, shit. Anyway, get into this help. So I don't know what the big deal is.
No, we've been through this. We talked about. You know what the big deal is, because as I was doing my walk yesterday, we talked with the earbuds I had, and I told you, explained to you, and you're like, "Oh, I see now. Yeah, I get it a little bit." So don't give me you don't know any. I could explain it even better here if you want, but this is not the Beatles.
People complain that Paul does the same song list every concert. Okay, so he adds a couple of new songs, and people complain about that.
You're not a Beatles guy by your own admission.
Who cares though? Maybe.
You don't know what you're talking about when it comes to Paul. When people say they want Paul to do different.
Oh shit!
I'll mute you again. I'll mute you because you're not letting me talk. That's the reason I do. You're the only person I have to mute because you just keep going on as I'm going on. All right. The bottom line is when fans say they want Paul to change the set list up, they're not just saying do help at the beginning and that's it. No, they're talking about they want more wings in there. They want more of a solo career. Your favorite Uncle Albert, they'd like that to be in there. Yeah. You'd like different stuff like that. Just putting help, which is John's vocals, John's lyrics, John's pain, John's words. There's a whole thing here, and I'm going to make a third video on this. People say, I had one asshole out there say, "Oh, you're making 2 videos, you and your ego. You're going to have 2 videos on this. Get ready for 3."
Joe, it's getting hot in here because your mouth running. But
that's why I'm here. I'm here to talk. It's my show.
And Paul came out on stage and says, "This is a song I wrote with John. It's called Help," and he started the song like that. I can see, but but maybe it's a song that he's singing about the way he's feeling. You're making a big deal out of it. It's probably
you're not qualified. You are not a Beatles fan. You haven't studied the Beatles or the solo Beatles or the years
Ah,
the Lennon and McCartney factor. You don't understand all this. Here it is in a nutshell that I'm going to say, but it's wasted over here. It should be at my main
yes,
channel.
save it for your video because we don't want to hear it.
All right, then shut your mouth. You brought it up. You brought it up, and this doesn't help. By the way, obviously the tension it don't help. What but the thing is, I've explained this story. I'm going to explain it even better in a third video because I finally found a way to explain it more succinctly and make it. Here it is in a nutshell. Then we're going to drop this. Okay, anybody listening? Paul McCartney, as he's gotten older, has proven himself, demonstrated that he's very, very, very worried and concerned about his legacy. He doesn't want people to think that John wrote any of his biggest songs. And he does, and if he had a little bit to do with John's songs, like with Help, he wrote some of it, but it's mainly John. He wants to tell everybody, hey, I did a little bit of that too. He's very concerned about these little details. You call him counting beans, bean counter. 2 for you, 1 for me, 4 for you, 1 for me. So that's number one. Now, over the decades, we know that Paul has been so concerned about this that he asked Yoko if he would let him change the credits at the classic Lennon and McCartney to McCartney and Lennon for certain songs, just certain songs that Paul feels are mostly his, like Hey Jude, Yesterday, Let It Be, and Eleanor Rigby, Here, There, and Everywhere. Certain songs that are mostly Paul songs, just like Help is mostly a John song with some Paul help in it. All right. Now that's that. So Paul's the one here that's got this kind of boner, if you will, this concern and worry about his legacy and who's going to be able to know. He also said that when you're reading the words on computer screens, it'll say, for example, he noticed it said, Hey Jude on a computer screen, written by John Lennon, and then Paul McCartney's cut off because he doesn't fit on the screen. So he wants it turned around. So future computer viewers will, in the future, will see it says, Hey Jude, written by Paul McCartney and John Lennon cut off. Now, and also one last thing about that. When he started performing John's song, Being for the Benefit of Mr. Kite from Sgt. Pepper, they asked him, why are you doing that song? And he said, well, I wrote some of it, and they think it's all John, so I'm here to partially reclaim it as mine, too, partially. So we've established that Paul is really picky when it comes to wanting everybody to sing the right thing or know what he wrote. So here he is now in 2025. He sings Help, which is basically mostly John and John words. Now, is there anything wrong with that? Hey, on the surface level, it's a Beatle singing a Beatles song. Yeah. If I'm there, guys, I'm going to be very excited about it. But here's the end of this. I can't help but thinking, based on what Paul has demonstrated, that if John was alive today and Paul was dead 45 years, and John went out there today singing Yesterday or Hey Jude or Eleanor Rigby as his opener, Paul would be rolling in his grave thinking, they're going to think that it's his. So you see what I mean? Paul started this. Paul is the one who's so nervous about it. So why shouldn't John be given the same courtesy? And I think that's the way I'm going to explain it in a third video, but I think it's fun. If I was at the show, I'd love it just because it's the Beatles song, but I'm trying to get deeper than that, Danny, thank you for being quiet through all that.
Yeah, well, I disagree with everything that you said.
Of course, on principle, because it's me.
Who cares? Maybe he's doing it from his heart. Who cares?
Who cares? Who cares? This is what I mean about you. You're not listening to a word. You're not retaining anything. Who cares? I'll tell you who would care. Paul. He's the one that would care if it was reversed. Based on everything else, he wouldn't want 45 years John going out there singing Yesterday. Paul would not want that. He's so damn picky and trivial and petty Paul.
Well, how do you know what Paul wants? Come on.
I just got done telling you the whole story based on.
Maybe he's got a mental.
I don't know the real reason why Paul is doing this. He might just, but there might be nothing to it. He just wants to do it. Period. But it's not my fault. It's not my fault that Paul McCartney, based on his track record of being so petty and trivial, maybe there's a little more to it. How could you deny that? Do I know for a fact this one is the case? No, I don't. I can't know that. But I do know how he's behaved in the past, whose songs do what. He's worried about it. And that's that.
I say leave the guy alone. Let him sing what he wants.
Sure.
You know, people complain, oh, he's doing the same songs every time.
We talked
Now
about that already.
Hey,
Yeah, okay.
People
Sure.
complaining. It's ridiculous.
Now, you see, if I could say this, when something like this comes up by Breege, when he says, Farley, how many live chats are you watching right now? That's that side of Breege where he's looking to start stuff. You know what I mean? Hey, look, it doesn't concern me, so have at it. But, I mean, anyway.
But it's true, though. It's true. James Farley could be on 4 live streams at one time.
Yeah, but what's it to him, you know? Anyway, your smartphones are slowly killing you. Yeah, I believe that. I have never owned one. I'm 70 next April. Nothing wrong with me. Take no meds. Oh, good. Very good. Very good. Your time will come, Bill. I wish you well, but your time will come.
No, not only that, with the cell phones, you know, people on the cell phones constantly, they're getting radiated. They're getting microwaves. They're getting brain tumors.
That's why I'm always like this. Hello, Danny. What's going on? I'm not like that.
It doesn't matter. The signal's all around your head.
Getting radiated right now. Sitting right there, you're getting radiated. The air, the freaking towers. We got towers around you. Don't give me this. Everybody.
Where I live, there's no towers over here. I live in the country. Nice, fresh air, clean, no carbon monoxide.
But then again, I have to. Well, okay, but I have to go back on what I just said because in fairness, I do say, well, you try to avoid what you can. Try not to steer into the potholes. Try to avoid. So by not having one of these, Bill Sharkey is trying to avoid this.
Yeah.
This at least. Meanwhile, he might be getting cancer, God forbid, from something else that he doesn't. He's water or something, but at least he has no control over. He doesn't. He's not aware of that. Maybe he's breathing in the air and there's pollutants in the air. He can't help that.
I don't have a cell phone. I have what they call a land phone. You see, the good old land phone with a line. You know, I'm not. I don't need a cell phone. I'm not a surgeon, a lawyer, or anything like that. I'm not important. You know what I mean?
All right. Now the thing is that it took me a while to get one. Now I love it. I love it. It's necessary. You got to have it. You know. Yeah. If you were driving your car and you get stuck somewhere in the middle of nowhere, yeah,
all right,
your cell phone.
All right, Joe. Okay, cell phone. Don't we don't want to hear about your neck, you know, because that's what's causing your problems.
The doctor didn't say anything about the cell phone. Okay, he said about delivering mail and all those years and all the twisting and turning and looking at all that shit that I did for that. He didn't, you know. But anyway, but as I've told you before, I do agree that let me finish. I'll mute you. Okay. Although I do agree, sure, looking down and texting all the time is not good either.
I got one question. Okay. How long have you been retired?
3.5 years.
All right. We've been hearing about your neck for maybe the last 6 months. So prior to that.
Hey, hold on a minute. You don't listen to a damn thing. I just told you this happened 2 months. It happened August. I'll give you the date, August 2nd.
Okay, but prior to that, 2 years, you never complained about your neck. So it ain't the Postal Service.
Oh, you're a fool. You're a fool.
You're home now. You're not working anymore.
All right. So then, by your logic, you think it's looking down at the phone, right? Well, okay, I had this phone since 2017. I could do your same stupid logic. The word stupid and dumb or stuff like that always come out when I'm talking to this guy because he is. It's impossible not to say it. I don't want to insult the man. I say every time we come on here. By the way, there's no like spray here today because I'm getting a haircut, so it's falling down. But anyway, here we go. By your own logic, how come this didn't happen in 2017, 18? Things are later on, stupid. They happen later on.
Well, wait a minute. No,
I've
no,
been
no,
sleeping.
no.
It was the recliner. I've been in the recliner since 2022. Why is my neck only hurting me in 2025? What a dumb logic you have with things.
But wait a minute. But when you were working, you wasn't on a cell phone all day. You were working, right? You didn't have no neck problems.
I was looking down all freaking day at the freaking letters, going like this all day.
What you deliver? 12 envelopes a day?
All right, whatever. So Paul does love stealing all the credit for himself. I do agree. I love that John claims he wrote Eleanor Rigby. Ridiculous claim, but funny all the same. You know, honestly, in all fairness, I know he said something like that, but I don't know the exact claim. Now, from the Playboy interview, I need to hear that. I think Pete Shotton, John's childhood friend, said that a lot of people worked on Eleanor Rigby. He was there when they were working on it. And he said it wasn't just Paul. It was John and George and other people. George says he wrote a couple of lines from Eleanor Rigby. It's been said that he wrote the main line, the one that opens the song. Look at all the lonely people. That's supposedly a George Harrison. Does Paul go around saying that? No. It's a Paul song. So I'm telling you, let's use George Harrison as that's even better example. What if George Harrison were alive today and Paul was dead 45 years, and George Harrison opened up a tour in 2025 with Eleanor Rigby? When he's asked in the press, he uses a Paul quote. George says, "Well, I wanted to I wrote some of Eleanor Rigby, so I wanted to reclaim it as partially mine." How about that? I guarantee you, Paul fans would be furious.
I wouldn't blame him. No, I would want credit where credit's due. I don't get no credit from you when I tell you all your medical what your problems are medically.
Yeah, Danny, let me tell you, I mean this. This is not just some kind of shtick I'm saying because it's funny. You're probably not the last, but one of the last people I take medical advice from. But you do know a lot of things from experience. But you're gloom and doom. You gloom and doom.
I was talking to Joe yesterday. I says, you know what? It'll be a good live chat. You'll do very well. Have a live stream. It's just on the opening of Paul's concerts with the song "Help." You'll get tons of views.
Yeah, I'm thinking of doing that. I'm thinking of doing
I told you about it. See, you're not going to give me no credit, you bastard. You.
Yeah, okay. You all fart. And I may do it with Andy Nichols, because he's, it has to be equal. It has to be even. If I have one guy, it's got to be one guy pro, one guy con. Right. If it's two, it's got to be two guys pro, two guys con. It's not going to be stacked against me.
That was my idea, by the way. If that comes true, Fab Gab or whatever he puts it on, that was my idea. See, he won't give me no credit.
Okay, this time you made me think of it, but I've been doing Fab Gab long before we started doing the show.
It's the same. You say that. Oh yeah, I thought of that already. You do that all the time, huh?
I like that. Daylight saving time. I like it. I do like it.
Nah, changing the clocks. No, they should leave the freaking clocks alone.
Nobody likes having to physically change the clock, but maybe Paul should start doing Ringo songs. It's a limited vocal range. Yeah.
That's
Terry,
another.
What's going on?
Paul should do songs with a lower register. Not the high octave.
Yep. He won't. That ship has sailed. Okay, people have been saying for 15 years he should. He's not, so it's over. He's not going to stop. He's thick like you when it comes to that. I watched a ghost story, The Innkeepers, quite good. Yeah, last night I rewatched for the millionth time Bela Lugosi and Dracula. Let me tell you, I love Lugosi as Dracula. That film is fucking boring. It is always hard to get through it, but I did watch it.
In case I missed some people, good morning.
I'm sorry. Okay, Danny. What?
Yeah, I think I missed some people like Jerry Carter and Eric Schultz and the rest of them. Hello.
You can't get everybody.
No, it's not intentional.
This line, people say this, and no matter how many times I answer the way I'm going to answer, people keep saying it. People cover Beatles songs all the time. If anyone can cover a Beatles song, it's Paul McCartney. I just got done telling you that I don't know what it takes to. It's not about other people. It's about the Lennon McCartney thing. The Lennon McCartney.
No, it ain't.
Yes, it is. You're not even a Beatles guy, so you don't know anything about it. We're talking here about the Lennon McCartney ego thing. That's what it is. It doesn't matter if Bruce Springsteen does a song. It doesn't matter if Justin Bieber does a song, or Taylor Swift does a song, or Beyonce. That's not what we're talking about here. People carry on. It drives me nuts, and I've explained it. It's not a legality thing. It's not that I'm saying that nobody's allowed to sing it because they didn't write it. That's not what I'm saying. When it comes to John and Paul, Paul is very, very picky and trivial and petty about his songs, and everybody know when it's all about him, that they know that a Paul song is a Paul song is a Paul song, and that he wrote more of a song than John did in certain cases. So thereby, by singing Help, you're being a hypocrite. Okay, that's what it comes down to. All right, let's take the muzzle off this guy if it's worth it.
It's all in your head. He's just doing a song, and
all right, you're a simpleton. So that's I said you're a surface level. There's nothing else beyond that. Okay, fine.
Hey, you get teenagers today, they listen to the Beatles.
If he's just doing a song, then let Paul McCartney shut his mouth and let him stop being so petty when people do his songs. Or if George was alive today and sang Eleanor Rigby, Paul wouldn't like it without giving him credit. So what are you talking about? Paul does the same thing that you're accusing me of, whatever. So stop it.
Joe, if you would do the same thing if you were in their place. For sure, you wouldn't want credit where credit's due. Don't bullshit. You
wouldn't want credit where credit's due. Then what the hell are you fucking talking about, dummy? Because that's what I'm saying when it comes to Help. There's no credit for John here. He's singing it well. You should want credit where credit's due. Then why isn't he crediting John when he does Help?
Robin likes the Beatles. I said, Robin, who wrote A Day in the Life? She might say Tom Cruise. Who the hell knows? Even
Peter Boothroyd, totally lost. Nobody's listening to any point that being made here. I know Paul wrote bits of John's songs. It doesn't freaking matter. Like I just said, George wrote some of Eleanor Rigby, but you didn't see George running around going, I wrote some of Eleanor Rigby. He said it one time because he was getting pressured. He said, look, I don't go around saying what I wrote. For example, I wrote 2 long lines of Eleanor Rigby, but I don't say anything. That's the point. Paul is very trivial and petty about it. So that's it. I don't know what's so hard to understand.
But who cares? He has to live with that, not us.
You have nothing to say because by your own admission, you're not even a Beatles guy. You say, I don't even care about all this Beatles. All I want to hear is the song. I don't care about all this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's true.
So stay out of it.
No, I'm not going to stay out of it. Now, I was invited here. You knew I was coming.
Now, I was invited here. You knew I was coming.
Yeah, sure.
That's right.
By the way, I want to clear you up on this. This is something I'm glad you're here. I'm going to tell you this, and people don't want to believe it. It's the truth. There's an interview with Mal Evans. I think it was in 74, 75, something before he died, obviously. And I remember hearing the interview as a kid when I was like 14. It was a Beatles special, and he played it. And he says, the truth of the matter is, Paul and I wrote together 50-50 2 songs. Number 1, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, the song, and another song called Fixing a Hole. So Fixing a Hole and Sgt. Pepper, Mal Evans says, he and Paul wrote 50-50. I could see that happening. They're on a plane together and they were writing it. Now, the thing about the royalties, because I know sometimes Breege likes to nail me about this royalty stuff. The way Mal told the story is, Paul McCartney said to Mal, Lennon and McCartney is so big. This is, again, shows you Paul's pettiness. He goes, Lennon and McCartney is so big, Mal Evans said. We wouldn't really want to put Lennon, McCartney, Evans on the song. Okay, so he says, you'll still get your royalties and all that, Paul said. Now, whether or not Mal Evans actually ever got the royalties we don't know. That's another story. If you want to dissect that, that's a whole nother thing. But in this interview, he said that McCartney said, look, Lennon McCartney's so big, Mal, would you mind not putting that? We don't put Lennon McCartney Evans on it. You'll still get royalties and everything. So I don't know if he did. But then Mal Evans' answer was, are you kidding me? He goes, Imagine being with the Beatles, traveling the world with them. He says, "Are you kid? There's a 2 million long line of people that would love to take my place." He said, "So I didn't care. I loved them too much." I believe that. Mel's a big teddy bear. That's what I think. But if you watch one other thing, Breege, if you watch Get Back, the documentary on Long and Winding Road, there's a part where Mal is there at the piano and he's giving Paul lyrics, and Paul trusts his advice and says, "What do you think? You use that better?" And yeah, I think that's better. He looked up to Mal. He welcomed his input. So that's the story of all this. Okay, you can see it and Get Back. So it's possible. How about even like Alan Klein, for example, the line in the song "How Do You Sleep"? Remember that line? The only thing you've done was yesterday, which is not true, by the way. John was wrong. That's not the only thing Paul ever did. Then he's thinking of a line. He's like, John's like, "What is it? What is it? The only thing you ever done was yesterday." And he's trying to think of a line. Alan Klein was there at the moment and said, "And since you're gone, you're just another day," because the song "Another Day" was like a single that he had out all the time. So John said, "I got it from Klein." What he supposed to do? Put Lennon Klein on it? That's the whole story. I hope that helped you, Breege. Let's go. All right. I'm not taking anything. I am the first one to say Paul was the most gifted. Paul was the most naturally talented. Paul was the best musician in the Beatles and the best songwriter. Let me say that again. Paul was the most talented, I think. I think Paul was the best musician, I think. And I think Paul was the best songwriter in the Beatles. You want me to say it again, please? Just play it on repeat, because people don't believe that. They still say I never give Paul credit. You can't give Paul much more credit than that. Yeah. Well, sure. I'm a proud Uber Macca fan, but he needs to be told John Lennon started the band, finished the band, and was the leader. There you go. I think Paul believes all that. Didn't George co-write Eleanor Rigby with Paul? Wasn't this confirmed by Pete Shotton? Yeah, Jim. That's what I was talking about a little earlier. Yeah. Well, and George also said Pete Shotton confirmed it, and George himself said it in an interview. So, by the way, the headache thing I got on the other side. I was talking about this. It goes, but I didn't mention that before. Let's be accurate. It's both sides. It's not just this is the major side. Sometimes I just got a little twinge there. Danny. I don't think Paul wrote "Give Me Some Truth." Paul helped John with "Give Me Some Truth." You can see, that's not, you're exaggerating there. You could see them helping each other in the Get Back film. But by the time John fine-tuned it for his Imagine album, it probably was mostly him. You aware Paul failed to write one word about Denny writing Mulligan Tire, a man who co-wrote it? Yeah, but I think he's on. But he does have the credit, right? He's on. The credit is on the record, right? They all helped write songs, even Rhodey Mal. How do you know, that George Martin wasn't in the studio one day and said, it would be good, Plasticine Porters. How do you know? Well, but I'm not saying that. That's silly. To go out there and bounce off. This is the problem, Breege. If you want to try to change and better yourself, nobody's claiming here that Mal's a big talent. I'm just telling you that he did help write those two songs. That's it. Hello, Beatle Eddie.
Hello.
All right. Danny's always afraid it's going to become a Beatles song, but he's the one. He's the one that brought up Help.
I'm on the wrong channel. This is the wrong channel. This is
you brought up Help. You brought up the Help thing with McCartney.
Hey, Mr. Mayor. There you go. All Beatles. All bullshit. All bullshit. Doesn't mean anything.
I don't. You see, here we go. That's why you're not qualified to even comment on anything. But anyway, I don't know. I didn't know about this. George didn't like the bass line that Paul played on something. I didn't know that. Paul never gives credit to Mal Evans for Hello Goodbye. I don't know about. I'm talking about Fixing a Hole into the Sgt. Pepper song. I agree that Paul's too sensitive about what people might think about him. and what he's written. Maybe it's because all the negative press he had. Yeah, well, get over that. You know, it's not. I'm not mad at you, Eric. I'm just saying that's another thing. You know, it's like, oh, Paul used to be picked on. Come on, will you? He's been the darling for the last 36 years. For the last 36 years, it's all been about Paul. He's the Beatles. He's the greatest. He's the guy that did everything. He had the idea. You even have Peter Boothroyd here himself saying a little earlier that it's all about Paul's music abilities. It's he's his magic for the music. He always spiced it up. It's like everybody thinks it's Paul now. So don't give me this stuff that Paul used to get criticized. Paul used to get grief. Everybody thought John was the Beatles. They thought that Paul was John's muse. That was 1980s, okay? That's over. Now we think Paul's the everything. Hello, Lemonhead. I think we're going to try to get off the Paul stuff.
No, it's okay. It's all right. It gives me a rest. You know what I mean?
You're important to it. We're going to talk about other things here. There's Hanyati waking up.
Good morning, Tom. You know,
maybe your neck hurts because of all the. What the hell does that have to do with anything?
You know, everybody's involved with all these Beatles and stuff like that. All the members of the Beatles get involved with your family and your friends. You know, people that you know. You
know. P. Shotton said that Ringo came up with Father Mackenzie donning his socks in the night. Okay, we all know Danny wrote Maxwell Silverham. Paul is a darn thief. Dr. Danny. Danny isn't a boomer. He's a doomer. I like that. We're going to start calling him Doomer, and he's not a boomer. He's a doomer. Exactly.
What's that guy's name? Was it Dick? Magger?
Jick with a J. Here you go.
Oh,
you know, that's it. Mayo, what is your favorite Alien movie? Oh, there you go. Thank you. My favorite Alien movie is the first movie, Alien. And I'm not a big fan of Aliens. No, I'm not. I think I'm not a big fan of Aliens. Alien, the first one by leagues. No other one is as good. I mean, the second one, Aliens, comes kind of close, but yeah, I did actually. Did I mention that? I started taking Total Beats. They got this stuff, Total Beats. You take 4 capsules a day. Yeah, I thought I noticed a little improvement right away.
All psychological.
Whatever.
It's all bullshit. It's all psychological.
You know, it's not. I'll tell you why that's not true, folks. Because this guy doesn't believe in anything natural. This guy is.
Wait a minute.
He doesn't believe in natural remedies. He believes everything's got to be drugs. Now, to prove that, again, I could squash you like a bug. I could squash anybody like a bug when it comes to my common sense and your people's ideas. Here's the thing. If you think it's all in my mind, let me ask you this. Do you know how many natural things I've tried most of the time and they did nothing? So I don't just always say, every time I try it, natural, it works. Some do, some don't. This one did.
Yeah, what did it do for you?
I just felt different with the blood pressure. Let's put it that way.
Different with the blood pressure. Okay.
Yeah. And I actually had a few days without this is as intense as it was that one. I don't know. I'm going to give it a year. It's beets. It's natural shit. What's wrong with you? Beets and garlic, things like that.
Wait a minute. First of all, you can't feel high blood pressure. Hypertension is known as the.
Oh yes, you can. I know. Don't give me this stuff. Don't give me this stuff that they call it the silent killer. Okay, you are a fool. I'm going to put it up here, folks, because this man is a stupid man, and I'm going to put it up here. I'm sorry, I don't want to do it, but you are what you are, and I'm going to do it. This is why I'm getting mad at the poor guy.
I'm afraid that stupidity always brings out the worst in me.
Stupidity?
Yes, stupidity.
Hypertension is
stupidity. I think they also call it when you say you don't suffer fools gladly. It's very hard to deal with a stupid guy. Listen, Danny, I know they call it the silent killer, but Google it. You can get headaches from high blood pressure. You can have like eye problem, vision problems with high blood pressure. Some people don't feel it, but you can feel it at times too. Why do you not believe that?
Because like I said, it's a silent killer. Most people don't know they have hypertension. They don't know.
Yeah, and some people do. Okay. Anyway, Yeah, and Paul needed help from John. Do you know that? Did you know that, Peter? If this is Peter, I don't even know. I don't think it is. But,
Peter, what happened to my song? You know, we're so sorry, Uncle Albert. Hey, what happened to the song? We sang. I sang the whole song for you to record. What happened? I still love you, Joe. I love you, Joe. Joe, don't worry about it. I'll give you a little bit of hypertension. Don't worry about it.
No more free Beetle boxes for Mayo, especially no free Paul. I'm gonna shut the dog up. First of all, I've never, ever, under any circumstances, gotten a free Beatles thing ever. One time and only one time, Capitol Records sent me a free Paul thing. One time, but generally, they don't do that. It's the Lennons that do that. I wouldn't say he was a lousy musician. I think those guitar triplets on All My Lovin' are great. I think he Ringo said nobody played with the soul of that man. Anyway, so I don't think I wouldn't put John on my top list. I also love his guitar playing on the lead guitar on Get Back. He plays a lead solo on Get Back, and I like that better than George's guitar playing. So there you go.
Come on.
Oh, that's why you did it, because of this. I didn't see that.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, that's why you did it.
Yeah, exactly. Come on.
Well, Dennis, the problem with this is you're right, but again, it's so. How am I supposed to know? Paul's been petty so many times with the songs that this could be. Why wouldn't you naturally think? Well, this could be. This could be a petty thing with the help thing. Or maybe not. Maybe it's just for fun. Don't mean that he's not trying to prove anything or show anything. But I don't know. How do I know for sure? And am I wrong for not being sure? I love that when other people do things that cause you to doubt and wonder. You know, other people cause you to doubt and wonder, and other people give you pause from their past reactions. And you're wrong. I'm wrong for wondering if this is one of those times. Or is this not one of those times? It's not my fault. It's Paul's fault. I'm watching Danny make love to his dog. As soon as he stops with that, I'll have him on the screen. Again? Okay, Danny.
He wants to go under the blanket.
I got a funny thing to tell you. I was going to the mall to walk yesterday. I go to the mall, and a guy's got this little, I think it was a pug. This little dog. So I walk in right away. There he is. And the dog comes over to me and wants to sniff and all this shit. Comes over and goes, "Hey, say hello. Say hello. Go ahead, say hello." He's saying to the dog, and I say, "I'm a cat person." I smile, and I kept walking.
That wasn't funny.
That's good, Eric. Hello, lady. How are you, lady?
Oh, Taylor, where have you been?
I don't have a favorite, but and people think I don't read them. I've read some bits of books. Probably it's got to be the blue. I haven't read the second one yet. The second one, the red one, by the McCartney Legacy. That's probably the new ones that's out. Those are the best, and nothing will ever beat that. Get Back, we hear George asking Paul and John for a line for something. This is how they wrote after a certain point. They considered the composer the songwriter. Exactly. Hello, Marcus. What's going on? I don't like getting into the whole thing about who the best is and who's the best at. They are different songwriters. I will say that Paul is the most natural. I don't necessarily equate that to best. That's just me. No, I'll go along with that. Okay, I'm trying to catch up. Mike Love certainly wrote half of Back in the USSR lyrics. He tells us in every bloody interview, even in his own book. I didn't know this. Now Paul bought Denny's writing credits, so now Paul owns all of Mulligan Tire. What a I'm gonna add that one to Paul's pettiness. Ridiculous. I own it all now. I think that John Lennon was the leader of the Beatles from 60 to 66, and Paul McCartney was the leader of the Beatles from 67 to 70. That's what I think about that. And I would agree with you. I don't think John was not the leader of the Beatles. He was not the leader of the Beatles from 67 on. Nope. Yeah, I know Paul also did A Hard Day's Night as an opener, and I also didn't like that either. But I was less upset with it because the song Help is more John's soul, his words, his pain, his doubts, and all that. And again, it doesn't mean that Bono can't sing Help. It doesn't mean that people aren't allowed to do somebody else's song. I'm just talking about when we get into this Lennon and McCartney phenomenon together, the two of men, you know. Paul doesn't take any credit for any of John's pissed off songs. Interesting. It's petty to complain about Paul singing Help. There are worse problems going on in the world today. Be happy he's alive and sing. You're not serious, right? Because I love when people say this. I'm gonna nail you. Okay. Okay. Here's the thing. Where am I saying that there's other problems in the world that are not as serious? If I was going to write a list of my personal 1 million things, from number 1 to number 1 million, that are problems in the world or serious things, this matter with Help wouldn't even go on the list. That's a straw man argument. That's got nothing to do with this. Oh, that's
I
worse.
agree with him 100%. I'm in agreement with this guy.
You're a fool too. If I sit here and I say, oh, look at this, the case is broken here. Why do they make these cases so badly? Somebody out there goes, there's a lot of other problems more serious than your case. What the hell has that got to do with anything? Of course there are, but I'm not claiming that it's the worst problem. This Help thing is the worst thing in the world. I have a Beatles channel. I talk about Beatles related topics. So here I am talking about Beatles related topics. Come on. I'd be happy he's alive and singing. You got two chestnuts here, sir or madam. The be happy he's alive and singing thing. I am happy he's alive and singing. Thank God for Paul. Thank God he's out there carrying the torch for all of us. Thank God he's keeping the Beatles alive. However, I'm also excited about his new album. Are you? I wonder. Of course, I'm happy Paul's still doing what he's doing. I'm looking forward to his new album. That also has nothing to do with this. Just because I say, you could say, I'm glad Paul is alive and singing, but I wish he changed the set list a lot. I wish he'd shake it up. Oh, just be happy he's alive. What the hell does that have to do with anything? It's silly. Look at poor Danny sitting there. You brought it up, Danny. This is turning into a Beatles discussion, and that's not what this is supposed to be about on this channel. But anyway.
No, not at all. But it's okay.
Okay, let's see. I'm really going to try to switch it. I really am, Danny. I promise you. We're going to spend the rest. I want to switch. This is not a Beatles channel. This is not. I don't mind some Beatles talk, but this is getting way out of control. This is more suited to the Mean Mr. Mayo channel, and that's not what this is about. So anyway, I'm going to put that up there because I agree with it.
I love you, Marcus. I love you, bro.
Yeah, maybe Paul will open up with Nowhere Man, and I Am the Walrus.
Yeah, Paul should do Working Class Hero. That would be funny as hell.
Yeah, I'm reading all this stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all Beatles. It's all Beatles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's go back. I'm going to catch up to the end, and then we're done.
What you do? You cut me out of. You cut me out of this live stream and put on Mean Mr. Mayo.
Yeah, he's getting upset, folks. Don't let him kid you.
No, I'm not upset at all. Believe me, I got a nice break. I'm relaxing.
No, it doesn't. See, that's not fair. That's not fair. To say that I want to see the worst in somebody. That it's whatever. Okay. But then again, I'm a realist. See, here's the thing. A pessimist would say, Paul's just doing this because he's trying to show, I had a lot to do with this song. That's a pessimist. An optimist says, oh, no way is he doing that. Oh, no. Paul, he's just doing it because he wants to have fun and because, it's a nice tribute for the fans that they love. That's a pessimist.
I'm not done
here. Me, I am in the middle. I am a realist. The reality is, I said this 100 times. Here's 101. I don't know the real reason that he did it. I don't know. He could be that he just wants it for a loving tribute and fans would love it. Could be he's still thinking he wants to count some beans here. I don't know which one it is. I'm in the middle. That's reality, a realist. I'm not a pessimist nor an optimist. I'm a realist. Go ahead, Daddy. Spout your stuff.
No, this is what I want, okay, to confirm everything, okay? Have a concert at Meadowlands or whatever it is, and after he does the song, somebody come out and say to the audience, "Why do you think Paul is doing help? Do you think he's doing it because his love for John, or he's trying to get credit writing 2 lines?" And you see how many people raise their hands because they're not even. They don't even know none of that stuff.
The answer to that question is nobody knows except Paul.
So, but who cares? Wait a minute.
And this again, Dennis, are you listening to anything I'm saying? I covered this already. I said, yeah, right. Because I'm talking about the Lennon-McCartney dynamic. I went through this whole thing before. Paul is very petty, and Paul McCartney is worried about him getting credit for his songs. He doesn't like people taking credit for his songs, and he wants everybody to know who's the real writer and who's this. So this is a Lennon and McCartney topic. It's not a Bono topic. It's not a Beyonce topic. It's not a Madonna topic. You know what I mean? This is about John and Paul, period. It's got nothing to do with Bono. Bono's not doing it because maybe because he wants to show that he was actually wrote something. Yeah. He was involved.
You're making it about John and Paul. It's all in your brain. That's it.
At least I got something in my brain. I think if somebody cut your brain open and looked at the texture of your brain, there'd be no convolutions or lines on it. It'd be smooth as a baby's bottom.
So if you ever have a chance to meet Paul McCartney, that's the question you should bring up. Paul, your opening song is "Help." Why are you performing that song?
I don't care as much as you think I care. I made an observation in a video, and everybody else are the ones getting their panties in a bunch about it. Now, as far as this goes, but is he petty? You say that as if it's gospel. Yeah, I think yes. It's my opinion that he's shown himself to be petty. When you're saying I want songs changed to McCartney and Lennon on here, when you say that I watch a computer screen and I don't like the fact that it says "Hey Jude," written by John Lennon, and then it's cut off, and that bothers you, when there's so many more problems in the world, as somebody said, that are more important than that, yeah, I think it's petty, and I don't say it if it's a gospel because I don't know for sure. Dennis, I hope you're still all right with this. We're cool, I mean, we just got into a debate, that's all. Yeah, let's talk about other things, really. Enough with this. All right, I'm gonna say something. Elliot, this is BS. I should be invited to that thing. I know that my friend Elliot Ween, he once got invited to Sean to go to the Mind Games party, and he could have brought somebody. He didn't bring me. What's up with that? This is so ridiculous. So whoever this really is, and it's not Peter, I don't think you're missing the whole point of this. People are so shallow. You're missing the whole point. I've explained it. I think Paul is a very decent guy. Again, Dennis, it's amazing how many things you've brought up that are totally missing the point. I think Paul is a very decent guy. I think Paul has proven it. By the way, is that okay? You see what I mean? People drive me crazy. Here's the thing. Based on what I've seen from Paul, I think that Paul is a very decent guy. That's okay with you, right, Dennis? And all you Paul freaks out there. That's okay that I say that he's a decent guy, right? Based on what he's displayed. Okay. I'm saying on the help matter, based on the pettiness he's displayed, I think he's petty. But that's not okay. That's not okay because that's a negative thing, right? Paul, no negative traits to Paul ever, or criticisms ever. How come it's okay for me to think that Paul's a nice, decent guy, based on his behavior, but not to think he's petty about the songs based on his behavior. Okay? You know what I'm saying. Yes, that's right, buddy. Let me, do me a favor. Give me a fist bump on that one, will you? We got to come together with a fist bump. Let me look for it first of all. Yeah, ready?
This is for
That's right, a fist bump. That's what I like. All right. What happened to Danny? He's probably taking a dump. Poor Danny. All right. Yeah, isn't that funny? Oops, I broke my shoelace. But there are worse problems in the world. Why are you talking about breaking your shoelace? Ouch, I stubbed my toe. Yeah, worse problems in the world. I'm just sitting here and I'm just making observations. And when I do rant videos, I love when idiots tell me that too. There's first world problems. Yeah, see? Bam. All right, let's go. Let's save this, Daddy. We got some time. No more Beatles. I will not answer Beatles questions anymore from this point on. I mean that. Now, Danny, we talked about other. Oh wait, Danny's muted. I'm sorry. Hold on, Danny.
We're so sorry, Uncle Joe. We're so sorry if we caused you any pain. We're so sorry.
Let's talk about the diets.
Oh,
now,
diet.
You told me yesterday that you ate, or the day before, you ate a lot of sugar and crap.
Yeah.
So did I.
Yeah. I had $100,000 bar. I had Nestle's Crunch bar, and the best is Baby Ruth. I haven't had that. I haven't had 2 out of the 3 in about 15 years.
Did you discuss one battle after another in the film chat? Yes, we did. I didn't. Tom did. Saw it. Well, I don't know. I don't agree with that, but thanks, I guess. I don't know. I'm just trying to give him some credit. But anyway, so he ate a lot of crap, and so did I. And I got to tell you something. Every day I say, today's the day I'm going to go back on my proper diet routine. And today I'm already thinking I might have me some pizza or something later.
Hey?
Look at that. Look at that.
I love John. John is my favorite. He's the best.
Does anybody out there want to? I'm gonna do a little donation here, pledge here. Anybody here want to leave a little something to help out the cost of running this thing, StreamYard? That would help. And not the same people all the time. I feel so guilty that it's the same people. Do I think I'm going to get anything? No. But I got to ask. I find out that there are other people that ask when they do a live stream.
Nothing wrong. With all the work that you do, all the creating that you do.
Come on. Yeah, think about that. I might give it a little something back. Come on, man. Oh, I think I'm going to. I don't know if I want Burger King today. See, here I go again. How about a salad like I was doing? It's going to be hard, folks. It's hard. It's hard to get back to it.
Yesterday, Joe sent me a picture of 2 slices of pizza, okay, with a soda, okay? Yeah. Sicilian and regular, okay? So I says, why don't you have 1 slice? And
I've explained this 1,000 times. Go ahead. How many times am I going to explain this to you? How many times? The last 2 months, now starting the 3rd month, I mean, nothing is off limits. That's the idea. I'm not trying to do a maintenance thing. When I'm doing a maintenance thing, then it'll be 1 slice, like 1 slice a week or something, or every month.
Joe,
that's not what I'm doing now.
Joe, you got to take the weight off. You're a great candidate for a stroke.
You know what? You know what's really going to cause that? Dealing with you and your aggravation. That's more of a stroke.
Actually, you blowing up like that, it's like a volcano. A volcano. It's an amazing thing because it's relieving the mantle of the earth is relieving pressure. So what happens? It blows. Okay, and
that's what I do. Exactly. Yeah. That's what I do.
Well, actually, by blowing up, and you can't use violence. You can't go hit nobody or shooting or whatever. You're actually relieving stress. So in a way, I've been helping you all this time by relieving stress by you getting pissed off.
No, because you've been causing the stress, and then I got to release it. But I hadn't had any until you came. But anyway, I appreciate that, Jick Magger. You know, I really did. I still can't understand how I did so well. 5 months. I still can't
No,
believe
you
it.
didn't do well. No. If people
You did
know,
really well.
no, you didn't do well. You didn't. All
I did.
that 5 months, it was a waste of fucking time. Waste.
You know, whatever. It's not a waste of time. I'm still down some pounds from that. But anyway, be that as it may, yeah, I can't believe it. And you know what was funny? Nothing happened. There wasn't any trauma or medical emergency or anything or any wake up call. I just decided on March the 8th, I'm going to do it today. No more fucking around. And I did it March 8th, and I did it to August 3rd. I've been cheating now from August 3rd. Today's October 3rd.
Yeah, good.
Okay, who you talking with the shit you ate? Baby Ruth candy bars, marshmallows. You are nobody to talk.
But I'm not putting on no weight. I'm the same weight, right? 223.
When you're old, you lose weight. I don't know about that.
23 at 5'11". I'm 5'11". Okay.
No. So you're taller than me. You got. I love these people that are taller that got a little bit of. They can get away with it a little more. Okay, I'm 5'6". Can't get away with it as much.
It's still, I'm like 50 pounds overweight. I should be about maybe 170, 180.
Yeah, you're fat, man.
You know, but I got skinny arms. You know, everything's skinny. My legs, you see, my legs are skinny.
That's disgusting. Don't show me your lousy
like
legs.
pole beans, you know. You gotta wake up, Joe. You just gotta wake up. You know, I don't know. You know what you're doing.
I don't know what you're, Danny. You eat shit every fucking day of your life, and you smoke cigarettes. This guy smokes cigarettes too.
Yeah, they're very relaxing. You know.
How many you smoke a day? 10, you said, right?
I think they're harmless. You know. Yeah, about 10.
You think cigarettes are harmless?
Yeah, it could be. You know, it's everything that you eat, everything you're consuming, and the air.
I'm glad that there's going to be another Blu-ray of Laurel and Hardy's silent films. Quite frankly, I want the sound films though more remastered. I don't care about Taylor Swift at all. You know that. I know you're kidding. That's why he's laughing.
Yeah, she does very well. She's a billionaire.
I didn't know that we would get a new one. Look at this. Alan Cook comes to the rescue. Alan, thank you so much.
Wait a minute. Go back to that cars.
Elliot Ween, you tell your cousin Elliot that I want to go meet Sean. I want to say hello to Sean. Sean likes me, you know, and everything. He sent me emails. Come on, man.
Thank you, Alan. It's not for me. It's all Joe's. But
right, it's all me. I don't give him nothing. He gives me the aggravation.
No. I don't want nobody's money.
I hope you get back on the diet. Don't starve yourself, but try to avoid sugar and carbs. Every day now I have sugar every day and carbs every day. It's you know, the thing is, I told you, as basic as it is to say this, I don't have it in here anymore. I don't want it anymore. And the fact that I got the headaches and things that started up, which, by the way, the neck and headache thing began before I started eating bad. So it's not that the bad food, but I think the bad food contributes to it and keeps it around more. You're of the belief that a lot of our health issues are a result of too much dairy consumption. Well, there are a lot of people who believe that, but I'm of the belief that it's okay if you're not dairy sensitive. You know, like I don't have problems with. I'm not lactose intolerant. I don't have that I know of. I don't have issues.
The problem stems from the crop fields. Okay, they're sprayed with insecticides, pesticides to keep animals away. Insecticides is for insects, pesticides is for animals. Okay, they're all sprayed. I know we have a garden here. We don't use no spray. The beetles come out at night and they stop eating the leaves and they have a good appetite. So all these sprays we're consuming, you know, the sprays get into the root of the plant and we're eating that stuff. And that's the main cause of cancer, you know, is chemical. Those chemicals are interfering with the chemicals in our body and causing carcinoma, cancer. Simple as that.
I agree. I think yogurt's good for you, and I believe in the probiotic thing too with that. Acidophilus.
Yes, it's very healthy. Activia is very good for your stomach because if you take antibiotics, you're destroying all the good germs in your stomach. You know, and so on.
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
Robin?
Oh, come on. Not on screen, guys.
Robin, say hello.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Good morning. Good morning.
You know,
Oh,
it's not doom. It's called reality. This is what happens. But see, when you're 20 and 30, you think about going to the club, going partying with girls, and playing music and stuff like getting high and stuff like that. But when you reach our age, you know, it's reality. Things happen. You know.
Well, you make your own reality a lot of ways too.
This is what the channel's about. It's about when you get old and all the ailments that you get.
Not just about that, but nevertheless, but a lot of it has to do with how you've lived your life. Like in your case, you lived your life horribly, so you have all these problems.
No, that's not the case because a good example is Keith Richards from the Rolling Stones. He should have been dead.
Here we go again. He's the exception. There are exceptions.
He's going to live the longest.
He's got arthritis pain in his hands and shit.
That pain never killed nobody. Remember, pain doesn't kill.
Oh, yes, pain has killed people. People commit suicide. Oh, they unalive themselves because of pain.
There's good medications out there because they're foolish. You know,
medications are not good for you.
No, they're good when they stop the pain. They're very good for you. What's this, man? What's this? Look at that. I got she's here too. She wrote me a love note. Look at that. Look at that. She's writing a list of the places where she's going because I got tabs on her.
Does she have on there? She's going to meet me for
private investigators on her.
I don't see me listed on there. We're supposed to meet later.
Good. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah, I love talking about his cheapness. Why don't you join Prepper Princess? Why don't you enjoy it? She's out of her mind.
See, I knew you were going to bring that up. Oh, shit. I knew you were going to bring that up.
Let's talk about me selling records, too. I sold some records yesterday. My vinyl collection of the Animals now, folks, is gone. I sold about 5 original mono Animals records, and I got probably nothing for them. What is that? I told you not to show personal stuff here.
Look, that's what I paid, school taxes. Almost $8,000 went out down the drain a few days ago. Almost $8,000 down the drain a few days ago. $8,000, $8,000.
And you don't even go to school. You don't even have any kids.
I'm cheap? Nah, no way. I spent money.
You almost certainly are cheap. That's not what cheap is about, silly. You silly man, you. That's not what cheap is about. You pay a cheap person. You pay your bills, and you don't have any luxuries or anything on the side for fun. Just pay bills.
Wait a minute. Luxuries for you is records and movies, and when you have the movie chance, I bought these movies 2 years ago. You know what? I haven't played any. What good is it? They ain't no good.
You tell me how many movies you have, and how often do you watch them? You don't watch them. How many records you got? My ass, you do. I watched Dracula last night.
Come here.
Shut, Robin, mommy. Get out of here. Flies. Look, his house is full of flies.
What do I do on a computer every day?
YouTube.
I don't want to hear nothing.
Say it louder.
Movies.
I watch my movies every day. 2 a day.
What do you mean on a computer?
Yeah. What's the difference? On the computer, on your cell phone, or on my...
Hold on a minute. You're telling me you watch your physical movies, your DVDs and shit?
I can. I have
you said you watch them on a computer, Danny.
No, I don't watch movie. I have a tray on this computer here. I could put in CD or DVD. But
I don't want to hear this. Okay, you're ridiculous. You made it clear that you don't play all your records. You made it clear that you don't play all your movies.
Nobody,
Nobody does.
plays all their records. It's impossible.
Right.
Nobody does.
So again, since you concede and you admit that nobody plays all of it, why you go after me?
But you going after me, you're talking about enjoying myself. You know, for you, it's like buying records, movies. No, I got enough of that shit. I spend money in different ways. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
That's what my cardiologist said. I seen him the first a couple of days ago, but he didn't say that a couple of days ago. In the past, he says, "Yeah, do you smoke?" I said, "Yeah, I smoke, doc." You know. Well, he says, "Well, you shouldn't be smoking, you know, but you know what smoking's like? Putting blindfold on and walking across the street. Either you're gonna get hit by a car or you're not gonna get hit by a
stupid,
car."
huh? Pretty dumb, isn't it?
So in other words, that you can smoke and maybe nothing ever happened to you. Maybe you smoke and you can get all kinds of.
Would you put a blindfold on and walk across a traffic street, Danny? Would you do that?
On my street, a couple.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
No
a busy street. Stop it. A busy city street. Would you do it, Danny? No, the answer is you would not do it. So there you go.
So, you know, we
I'm
both
on
have
the list. What do you mean I'm on the list? I don't know anything about this. Let me know. Tell Elliot to get in touch with me. Am I really on the list? I don't know.
Alan Cook, I think Joe should go. You know, I talked to Joe a lot. I said, "Why don't you try to get an interview with Sean Lennon?" You know,
because it's not his thing. He doesn't do interviews that much. That's it, and that's simple. And by the way, let's talk about my records that I sold. I got $70 for some vinyl yesterday that I'll never touch. So I got made. I'm up $70, and with that, at least 40 of that, I'm gonna get a haircut. Hopefully.
Yeah, there you go. Look at how much you pay for those records.
That's irrelevant. We've been through this a million times. A million times we've been through this.
You just threw money away.
I'm losing more money by leaving them here and not ever touching them the rest of my life than I am to get only 70 back for that. It was a small stack. It wasn't a lot, but it's not a matter of the stack. It's a matter of the value.
Well, with all the records you got rid of, you could have went to a record convention and made a lot more money. You rent a table, you have fun because you meet other vendors and stuff like that, you know. So you sell them to your record store and they take advantage of you, like the guy with no hair, you know.
Oh, wait a minute. Tuesday's ringing a bell, too. Tuesday, that's when I got to take my girlfriend at 4:30. I got to take her. She might have to take an Uber if I go to meet Sean.
Yeah.
You can't take it with you, man. If it's $100 each way, it's $100 each way for an Uber.
Yeah, we're gonna do to make sure it'd be worth it.
Absolutely not. My girlfriend encourages me. She encourages me to buy things even when I don't want it. She's the one that tells me you gotta have that George Harrison crate. You gotta get it. She's the one that told me you gotta get the John Lennon Mind Games. You're a collector. She likes what I do. She understands the collection, and she's a collector of things, so she gets it.
Dennis, the other day, it was a story told on the live chat about him. He had scrounged for quarters to buy a meal.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went in his car. He was looking for change, so he had enough money to buy a meal.
It was great.
What kind of life is that? That's kind of ridiculous.
It was fantastic. It does. First of all, it doesn't happen all the time. It only happens. It very rarely happens. So one time I was a little tight, so I had to go look around for change. And it's not like I couldn't. We had food at home. We had a refrigerator, freezer full of food.
That's the point.
Talking about if I wanted to go out and have a hamburger or something, I got together some change and I had one. That's how I enjoy my life. Daddy don't enjoy his life. He sits home and he just rots. Okay.
No. I went out yesterday. I go out every day. You try calling me. I'm not home. You say, "Where were you?" You know, I go out. You know, but it should happen once because I've been telling you for the last year, Joe, save your money, and you're always broke.
No, I am going to save some money. Look, I've admitted that you have to save some money. I don't. I never have.
Yeah,
I should have. I should have. Okay, so what do you do when I agree with you? See, people don't realize I'm very flexible. I agree on things. However, I'm not going to do what most people do, like you and Prepper Princess, save like 98% of the time and spend like this much and pinch a penny to Lincoln bleeds.
Joe's the type of person that lives for today. You know, he don't worry about tomorrow. And
I
money
live for today. Sha la 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 la. Live for today. I live for today, and I relish the past. That's what I do. I revisit the past every day.
money burns in Joe's pocket. It just frames in there. He's got to spend it. He's got to get rid of it.
I don't. Well, first of all, that's BS that I'm not invited. I could call Simon up myself and say, "Hey, what about me?" What's your thought, Danny, in investing in gold?
No, you invest in gold when now it was $3,000 an ounce. You invested it with years ago when it's $800 or $700 an ounce. Now it's up there very high. You buy gold, how much profit are you going to make if you try to sell it? No, the wrong time to buy gold.
Now, this is a good thing. That this guy, it makes a lot of sense. This comment. It says, "Let smokers smoke. They enjoy it, but don't try to rationalize it." Do you rationalize your smoking? You do, don't you?
Who, me or him?
You, Danny.
No, I smoke.
Do you understand what this means to rationalize it? Do you rationalize smoking?
Yeah, whatever.
He doesn't know what it means. He doesn't know what the word rationalize means.
No clue.
Danny here does not know what the word rationalize means. Ugh.
No,
I'm afraid that stupidity always brings out the worst in me.
Stupidity?
Yes, stupidity.
Do you try to make it like it's okay? It's okay to smoke?
Yeah, it's okay to smoke. Otherwise, I wouldn't smoke.
He rationalizes it. Okay.
Alan Cook, 4,000 an ounce. You know, and what are you gonna do? Okay, you buy a whole bunch of gold. Okay, and then you need some money. Okay, so you got gold pieces. What are you gonna do? Go to ShopRite with gold pieces and say, yeah, oh, I need a loaf of bread, milk, and so and so. Here's a gold piece. You know, I don't get it. You know, 4,000 an ounce. Nah, I wouldn't buy it. Yeah, if you bought gold 15, 20 years ago, you'd be very rich. You know.
What's Danny's blood sugar level?
You know, Alan, it's good to Joe don't understand. I've been trying to tell him for the last year. I don't know how long I've been on a live chat, but Joe, save your money. And he thinks he got to spend. He's afraid to leave it behind to somebody else. When you die,
never said that. I never said I was afraid to. You're such an asshole. I never said I was afraid to leave my money to somebody else. I've said I don't believe in leaving it just for somebody else and not enjoying it myself while I'm alive.
Same difference. Selfishness. You know, I got money in the side. If I die, I know Robin's okay.
You have to take care of yourself first, and then
I do take care of myself. I don't need.
You need to take care of yourself first, and then you can be more to others. But if you don't look out for yourself first and take care of yourself, be healthy, and get what you you can't. Then if you don't do that, you can't be anything to anybody else.
Joe, he's very materialistic. You know, we're buying stuff. Garbage pails that cost $200. Comic books that cost $500. You know,
no, I never ever bought a comic book that cost
$200. You pay $200.
By the way, I know Breege will like to hear that. That's right. I spent it on a garbage pail. You call it a bin, I call it a garbage pail. I'm very happy about it.
Where is it? I don't even see it. You don't even enjoy it. I
enjoy it every day. It's back there every day.
Harrison Uber. Well, what do you got on there? What do you got on there?
How many records you got, Danny? How often do you play all of them? How many records have you accumulated over the decades, Danny?
How many
records have you accumulated over the decades, Danny? You never play them.
I play them. You know what? It's easy. YouTube. You type in.
I will never see the Springsteen movie. I despise that guy.
I love Springsteen. There's nothing wrong with him. You got to separate the political with the music.
It's not just about political. It's about his music. I don't love his music either.
I love it. Yeah.
I like some songs, but
maybe I was born to run. Oh, what a song.
Hello, David. Good to hear from you. It's great to be at home, getting along okay. That's good to hear. That's the name of it. That's the
I'm
name of
glad
it.
you're
Look,
doing
we got a
better.
super sticker from David. Thank you, David. I appreciate it. Thank you for your generosity. Anybody else want to help out this channel? Tell your friends to subscribe to this channel for this insanity here that me and Danny go through here. I'm a boomer. He's a doomer.
David,
I'm a doomer too, by the way.
David, I'm glad you're home. I'm glad you're doing better. Sing the Rolling Stones. Don't play with me, cause you're playing with fire. I love that song. That song is
I love
awesome.
that song. Oh, I do.
Oh yeah, and She's a Rainbow. Oh yeah, classic Rolling Stones,
Let
man.
me hear you sing She's a Rainbow.
Now, she's a rainbow. Something with colors in the hair. I don't know the fucking lyrics, But let me tell you something. It should be an album made. Beatles. The other side should be the Rolling Stones. You know what I mean? Like they
Hey,
did.
cigarettes are expensive, aren't they? I know what he does. He rolls them, right, Danny?
No, I used to roll them. No, you know what happens after a while? Tobacco gets dry, and when tobacco's too fine, when you roll it, you try to take a drag. You can't pull. You don't get nothing because the tobacco's too fine. It's a pain in the ass, and then the heads fall off. There's nothing like what they made at the factory.
Julian Lennon, International House of Pancakes. What's that all about? I don't know the hyacinth thing. That I don't understand. Well, I do feel like that. I mean, look, come on. I had hard knock. I mean, I had problems with my biological dad. I'm fine.
Hello, Josh. By the way, hello, Josh.
I agree with this breach. I do.
Oh, transparent one. How are you?
It's the transparent man.
Yeah.
I have only one to say about that. Dun, 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 dun. I'm coming
home. My God. Ingenious.
I got to know what is and isn't mine. No, I'm starting to really get the spirit of it all. Like, I don't know what's going on. Anybody watch Andrew Dixon made some videos lately, but he hasn't been making videos very much lately, I noticed, but he did come out to make the John Lennon Power to the People videos.
Yes, sir. Penny Lane loves She's a Rainbow.
She's a rainbow, coming colors everywhere.
It's on an album, yeah, Satanic Requests. So what's the name of that album? I got the hologram, the one with the hologram on it.
I'm sorry, I highlighted the wrong comment. Oh man, I'm ready for pizza today, man. The hell with this.
I got you, Bill.
I'm gonna make a bowl of tuna fish with a fork and just eat it out of there. That's what I was doing. I'd have like one little can of tuna fish with some onions in it, a little tiny bit of mayo, and I'd eat it, and that'd be everything all day till dinner time. Chicken and bed. That's what I was doing.
Drink a lot of water. Drink a lot of water.
I know all about that.
You get a bag of dry dog food, okay? You get 1 cup, okay? You eat that and then drink water. What happens is that dry food will expand in your stomach and you'll be full all day long.
Hey, I watched well, I don't know about wait a minute, 5s and 7s in the afternoon. No, I don't actually. I don't know. No, I watch Channel 9 a lot. I watch horror movies, Frankenstein.
PBS is off the air. Channel 13.
It's off the air.
Yeah, no funding.
Oh, why's that?
Because the government stopped funding.
It's Piccolino. What's going on?
Hello, Piccolino the dog. What's up?
I don't know. I like a lot of different pizzas, and I do like pineapple on pizza. People say they don't like it. I've never tried it. Just the idea doesn't appeal to them.
Dennis, pepperoni is poison. Pepperoni got too much sodium nitrate, salt, and fat. And pepperoni is dyed. You see the color of pepperoni is dyed. Stay away from that shit. You put something different on there, like peppers or onion. Onions are very healthy. Onions are very good for your lungs.
I bought a book on Frankenstein. Yeah. I'm not going to see that Del Toro, that whatever that thing is that's out. The new
There's a
Frankenstein.
new one. Yeah, there's a new Frankenstein.
It doesn't look great. We got some sexy looking Frankenstein with a hood on or something. Get out of here. Karloff, baby. The old Frankenstein monster with the flat head. I didn't see the Frankenstein trailer yet.
Yeah, I seen it. They showed it, entertainment on the news. You know, they have an entertainment section, and they showed you a little trailer.
I like the title. The title, Joe Zempic, I like, but I don't see the point. I'm not on Ozempic. I'm eating badly. That's true. He says that he likes Chatty Frankenstein, one that talks a lot, like in, I guess, Bride of Frankenstein. Onions are very good for your lungs. That's funny. Danny giving health advice about lungs.
It's a fact. A guy from Hungary told me that it's very healthy for the lungs.
You can't improve on Karloff's interpretation. Well, you know what the thing is? Karloff, yeah, I concede grudgingly that he's the best Frankenstein monster, but the problem is I like my Frankenstein monster also to be a walking robotic automaton that just goes around strangling people and kills people, too, like a robotic Frankenstein. So Karloff's all emotions and feel sorry for him, and he tossed a little girl in the water, didn't mean to hurt her by accident, and you feel bad. That's not Frankenstein. Frankenstein's a robotic killing machine. I like them both ways. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. In the book, Frankenstein monster never stops talking. This is true. I got books. Yeah, I got lots of books on Dracula, Frankenstein, Lugosi, Karloff, Universal monster movies. Yeah. Well, we're getting time where I got to stop soon because I got to get ready and I got to go out and drive my girlfriend to work and all of that. I did not hate Mary Shelley's Frankenstein from 1994. I didn't hate it. Let's put it that way. I don't love it, but I didn't hate it. And I actually defend De Niro as the monster because he's an all right monster if there was no such person as Robert De Niro. In other words, it's hard because you see De Niro as the Frankenstein monster. Do you know what I mean? You know it's him, so it's kind of funny. But if you didn't, it's a good performance. If you didn't know it was him, does that make any sense? Homemade soup is good for you.
That's correct. Not that Campbell stuff. All that salt in there. You don't want all that sodium.
Yeah. They got a pub called the Peter Cushing. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Yeah, Bride of Frankenstein is nice. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for the show. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get off soon.
Oh, you're welcome.
Things start picking up more in the later part of the show. Danny, I don't want to talk too soon, but your internet has cooperated.
Yeah, don't talk too soon. Yeah, it's really fucked up. Hey, Baba, come here, Baba. Come on, you can make it. I got baby on the floor.
Don't do that.
I got baby on the floor looking at me. He wants to get on the couch.
Yeah, I actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try. I like Frankenhooker. I saw it once, and I got a kick out of it. And I think I'm gonna watch it maybe this Halloween season. I have it on a Blu-ray.
Let me help you. Yeah. Good boy. Up.
We're gonna wrap things up very quickly here.
Before he cuts me off, I want to say goodbye to everybody because he likes to cut me off. He gets a big kick out of it like a kid.
No, that's not true. I don't get a kick out of it.
Come on, Papa. Over here. Come here.
Well, that's a comedy. Peter Boyle is the monster. That's a comedy. Young Frankenstein. All right. What dog are you going to show? Baby? Come on, man. I'm getting tired of this.
Yeah, baby can jump on the couch, but he doesn't want to. He wants me to help him,
See, now I'm starting to get a little more of an ache because I'm doing too much leaning forward and too much intensity.
Yeah, that's your problem.
Yeah, well, no problem. All right, folks, we got to call it an end here. It's time to get ready to go. I thank everybody, as usual, for coming here. Thank you. Subscribe to the channel, please. Help out here. Tell your friends. Subscribe to this channel. Who knows? I might even start making regular videos again. I got to start making videos. I'm just running out. When it comes to topics for this channel, Mayo's Retired Life, I don't really know too much what to make. Nobody said, Danny, I'm surprised to say, October 1st, I did not put my weight loss update. And that's because I'm waiting. I don't know when, November, December, who knows, when I feel like it. When I feel like I got something to say. Because right now, there is no journey. All right?
Sure.
By my choice. When I'm ready, you'll know it. So I want to also say, of course, I got to say thank you to Danny. Thank